Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday, and let me get you early birds up on screen immediately. Thank you guys for jumping into the live chat room so early on tonight. I hope you guys have had a fantastic week and a fantastic start to the weekend. Let's see who we've got in the house tonight. And we have Selena and Kathleen and Neil and Ginny and Deborah and Ben and Corey and Mario's in the house, and Kathy, Beverly, Renee, Charlie, Lauren and Kevin and Donna. And Kevin was one of those who did request Art Not Commerce to open up tonight's live stream, so thank you guys for mentioning that over on Patreon and requesting that for tonight. You would have noticed as well that in the vote or the poll for tonight's video, the cover video, we have Parisian Walkways and Hero in there again, and this is Orlando's top tip that has been an option for a few live streams now, and we've never quite made it. It looks like it's at 53% at the moment, so you can vote for whichever cover you want, but the tip for the top, which I sometimes give on the pick roulette that never works out, but my pick for the top today of the covers is going to be Hero, the Chad Kroeger song. So if you do get a chance to vote in that poll, that would be much appreciated, and I'm sure that Orlando would appreciate it greatly if you could vote for Hero as well, because we've never quite got there yet. Maybe tonight is the night, and if it's not going to be tonight, I think it's going to keep on popping up until it is. But everybody say a huge hello to Mario in their house. We saw his name going through right at the beginning of the live stream, which is a rare thing for me to actually spot his name so early on. So everybody say a huge hello to Mario in that live chat room. That's what we always do on these here live streams, and Mario is just part of a Saturday night live stream. He will be in that live chat room, and we can just about see his gem there, the Steve Fry signature gem, and the Maiden is still up on the wall at the moment, I do believe, and yes it is. So it's just hanging up there. Sometimes the guitars all change their positions because of the various analysis videos and the ones that I choose for those. And last night it was the Fender Performer Series Strat that I just busted out for that look at the Rolling Stones, of course. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame that recently we've had a couple of tribute videos back to back, and last night's was Charlie Watts, of course, but then Don Everly before that. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that I'm doing these tribute videos. Certainly not the circumstances under which I'd want to be making analysis videos, but thank you for all of the requests for them, which are understandable as well. So getting into tonight's live stream, I guess the big news is that we've just passed 186,000 subscribers on the channel. So thank you everyone for hitting that subscribe button and the like button and commenting on the videos. Just getting involved and hitting that notification bell when you subscribe, and you can get notified for all of the videos to make sure that you don't miss any of them. And also these live streams, where it's a little bit different on a Tuesday and a Saturday when we live stream, because we have a pick roulette if we hit the likes goal for the previous week, and we go through pictures, we have a cover video that you guys can vote on, and just get up to date with what's going on with the channel. Another thing, just talking about numbers and 186,000 subscribers, I noticed that the channel has just passed 50 million views in all. So that's quite a big number, so thank you everyone for watching the videos, because 50 million is certainly one of those milestones, I guess, to go past. So yeah, quite a few views on the videos, which is great, but the 186,000 subscribers is just fantastic as well. We'll keep on just moving forward and see where we end up. We'll keep on doing analysis videos and live streams, all of that cool stuff, and fortunately the whole channel is back to normal functionality following that copyright strike situation that we had with Studio Hamburg, and that took over maybe 4 or 5 days to get sorted out. But as you guys probably know, but if you don't know, it's all been sorted out now thanks to Martin over at Studio Hamburg. who has also allowed me access to their vaults in the future if I want to use any Studio Hamburg footage. So that's great as well, not only to get it resolved and to have the copyright strike removed by Studio Hamburg, so now the channel is back to normal. It's great to then be offered that ability to use any of their videos in the future. And Studio Hamburg take care of Beat Club videos, which there are quite a few on YouTube, and also Music Laden. So there's going to be plenty of options there in the future if there's going to be a band or artist that are requested and it is either Beat Club or Music Laden or just owned by Studio Hamburg, then we can take a look at that now in the future, which is fantastic. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain when it all happened, but I think just coming out of the other end of everything and the emails and messages, we're now in probably a stronger position, because it means that now I've got access to videos that I wouldn't have had access to either way and in any other way in the future. So it's great that it's actually turned into a positive, and now I've got Martin as a contact at Studio Hamburg as well for the future, so that if there are any problems I can just email him directly in order to get them sorted out and avoid any future bumps in the road, which is great. And I also feel like it gives the channel a little bit of credibility as well, the fact that Studio Hamburg initially blocked and gave me that copyright strike, but then once seeing the content of the channel, another thing that Martin did mention is that a lot of the copyright blocks and strikes are automated, so they don't actually look at the channel. It's something that is just handed out. And it's great that once they've checked out the channel and seen the content, that they then not only remove the strike, but then allow their videos to be used by this channel. So for me, like I said, it gives it, I think, a bit more credibility that a TV company that blocks it for every other YouTube channel allows it on this YouTube channel. So that's great news as well. And again, big thanks to Martin and you guys for getting involved and messaging Studio Hamburg and getting a reply from them. Like I said, it took a little bit of time to get a reply, but once you guys got involved, the reply was very quick. So thank you guys for that and for all of your messages that you did send. So as you guys come through the door, if you can leave a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated, because tonight we are looking for 285 likes. That's the goal that we have set up in the top right hand corner of the screen. And it looks like, let me get the live likes up on screen. We are at 191 likes so far. Almost at the 200 mark already. So if you can leave a thumbs up, get a spike of those likes, that would be fantastic. Let me get the names of my patrons up on screen as well, because they are the people that make this all possible. The live streams, the analysis videos, the cover videos that I've done in the past, just everything on screen that you can see, the software that I have purchased, but it is a monthly thing. It's like a subscription service. It seems like a lot of software nowadays is now a subscription thing, whereas back in the day you just used to pay for it once and then you had it, whereas it is a monthly outgoing for me to keep everything going on the channel, with my website hosting as well. That's a third-party company called Bandzoogle, and again, that's charged monthly. So all of these people at the bottom of the screen, they make it possible for me to constantly pay for everything every month to keep everything going. So a massive thank you to you guys at the bottom of the screen, and also you guys during these live streams where you send very kind donations, which do help me to keep everything going into the future. And any little bump in the road that we do have, it just allows me to navigate those a little bit more easily than I could do in the past. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. And I'm just going to jump into a couple of donations that were made before the live stream started, because the live stream, when it starts, for some reason YouTube removes all of those donations that might have happened previously. So I will just get into a couple of those. It was Orlando who donated $2. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message was, spike the likes with lots of thumbs up. So thank you for that. Let me give a plug of the mug. That's what we always do with these very early donations from Orlando. There it is. Let's see how they get on. And on the other side, And there we have it. So if you want to get your hands on a Wings of Pegasus mug or a Wings of Pegasus hoodie here, I'm trying to model it the best I can. You could also get t-shirts and all that cool stuff. Then head to the tray underneath this video or click on the link in the description below of this live stream. There'll be a link there that you can click on and you'll go through to the store and you can get your hands on anything you like. There are tumblers as well as mugs, pint glasses. I must say that I am mightily impressed by the tumblers, and I know that I shouldn't probably be impressed by my own merchandise, but it's because it's made from spring.com. They make these tumblers. Obviously, it's got Wings of Pegasus, the logo on there, but I'm impressed at their efficiency in terms of keeping a drink warm, because I've mentioned before, and before I even got the tumbler, I was saying about how I could really do with one because my tea sometimes gets cold when I make a cup of tea, and then I get stuck into doing emails or something, and then I'll come back to drink my tea and it'll be cold. But now I put it in my tumbler, put the lid on, and top tip, if you're putting the lid on a hot drink or a boiling drink, just leave, there's a little latch on it at the top that allows you to push it backwards, and just leave a little bit of gap there, because it means it allows a little bit of the air to escape, and it doesn't really compromise the temperature maintaining abilities of the tumbler. So it means that you can let out a little bit of air, which means that the lid stays on and it doesn't get pushed out by the increase in pressure because of the steam. So that's my top tip, and I think I've left it for probably about half an hour or longer, and then you take the lid off and then drink it out of the tumbler and it's still boiling hot. So top tip, if you want to get your hands on something that's going to keep all of your drinks warm for a very long time, the tumbler is the thing to go for. And in exactly the same way, if you want to keep your drinks cold, go for the tumbler. And that's another thing that I made a drink, and it was a Pepsi Max that I had, which I allow myself one of those a week. And I put lots of ice in there, and normally in a standard glass it definitely would have melted. The ice always melts whenever I have my one glass of Pepsi Max a week, but when I went back to it in the tumbler, it still had the ice cubes in it. They hadn't melted. So another top tip for keeping your drinks cold: get your hands on a Wings of Pegasus tumbler. Definitely worth it. It has almost changed my life, drinking hot tea and keeping drinks cold. It just blows my mind, these very simple things. But anyway, yeah, the merchandise, follow the link in the description below, or just look at the tray underneath this video. That's the probably most efficient way to go to it. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight and hitting that thumbs up. It sounds like I'm wrapping things up already at 18 minutes past midnight, but we're only 18 minutes in. We've probably got about an hour to go, so don't panic. But thank you guys for tuning in and hitting that thumbs up. We'll see if we can get a little spike of the likes going on. We're at 243 likes already. We're aiming for 285, so that means we are looking for 42, I think. Is that right? 40 or... yes, 40 likes. Now, it's gone up to 45, so it makes the maths a little bit easier. We're looking for 40 more people to hit that thumbs up, to hit the likes goal. So crazy early with the likes tonight. Thank you guys for all of those. And just to mention that Ginny donated $5 as well. Thank you for that. And the message was, "Hi Phil, did you ever get to see the Stones in person? Hope you do a tribute to Tom T. Hall. Take care." So thank you for that, Ginny. And yes, Tom was another one of those that, again, sadly passed away recently. And I haven't done a video yet, but I'll probably do that in the future. So thank you, Ginny, for that message and the donation. And to answer the question, I never got to see the Rolling Stones live, unfortunately. I think throughout my kind of late teens and early 20s, I was pretty much checking out hard rock bands like Def Leppard and Whitesnake, classic hard rock bands of the 80s like Rat. So yeah, I wasn't going to watch the Rolling Stones, but then later on, when the Rolling Stones did tour, like here in the UK, the tickets would sell out in probably, I don't know what the figures were. It's something crazy, like a minute or something like that. So their whole UK tour would be sold out in about a minute. So it meant that if you did get your hands on any of the tickets, you were very lucky indeed. And I'm sure that even if I wanted to get my hands on a ticket, I wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, I never got to see them, sadly. I didn't get to see Charlie behind that drum kit live. And I'm sure that a lot of people wanted to see the Rolling Stones live here in the UK, but it was just a case of trying to get your hands on the ticket. It was just a near impossibility just due to the popularity of the band. Even, you know, in the modern day, over the last few years, in the last kind of 10 years as well, they've just kept everything going, put on the same shows. And I know that even over in the USA, the tickets sold out ridiculously quickly as well. So yeah, it's not the... I think not the desire of wanting to go and see them, it's having the desire and then actually being lucky enough to get a ticket. But thank you for that donation, Ginny. And Maria has donated $2 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is there a guitar in the guitar bag in the video? So thank you for that. And yes, there was. And I think if there wasn't a guitar in the guitar bag, it would have looked really weird, because the neck of the guitar, or at least the bag, would have been flopping. So it would have maybe looked a bit stupid. So yes, there was a guitar in there. Thank you for that, Maria. Steve has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, good job with, I think it's a cat doing a thumbs up. And just to let you know that during the Art Not Commerce video, for some reason, that was like the hottest day in the UK ever, or probably for that year. And it just happened to happen when I decided to go on a really long walk, and it was just crazy hot. Talking about things being crazy hot, here in the UK, the evenings are starting to get darker, which means we're now downhill towards the end of the year and getting into winter. And I'm trying to think of how many videos I've done this year when I've been wearing a t-shirt because it's been hot. And I think it's probably been about 3 videos or maybe 4 videos. So the summer in the UK has pretty much been non-existent this year, which is a shame. And maybe it will get a little bit hotter, I don't know, in September or October. But generally those aren't hot months. So yeah, getting darker now, a little bit depressing that we haven't really had any sunshine. But we will see what happens. And it looks like it's just going to be a hoodie for most of the year, sadly, and no t-shirts going on, no Wings of Pegasus t-shirts that I can model and show off because I'm having to wear the hoodie to stay warm. But we'll see what happens, fingers crossed, for a little bit more warm weather in the UK. Knowing the whole kind of situation with global warming, it might get really hot in just ridiculous months like September and October, maybe even November. It'll be the mid-30s Celsius, who knows. But anyway, thank you, Steve, for that donation, and Mike for the $5 donation as well. And the message is, it's kind of counterproductive for them to block an analysis video with you showing their work to 50 million people. So thank you for that, Mike. And I would tend to agree that when you're reaching a lot of people, that especially for, TV companies as well, if they want to place adverts on the video or their video footage, then they would receive royalties and royalty payments from YouTube for the use of that video and the people that watch it on my channel. So it means that they have missed out from a monetary perspective as well. But I think that just maybe handing out that copyright strike instantly, maybe they thought it was a bit harsh when they've actually watched it back and watched the video, but then also watched my other videos that did feature, I think there was 1 or 2 that were maybe Beat Club or Music Laden, and I know that Martin checked those out as well, and then Martin said that, yeah, they would lift that strike and obviously allow me then a little bit of a free reign over their vaults for the footage if I wanted to use it. So it's great that they checked it out and realized that, yeah, a copyright strike wasn't the right decision in that particular case. But like Martin said, a lot of it was and is automatic. So It's a shame that the copyright strike might be an automatic thing, so you're not even taken into consideration about the educational content and the fair use and all of those kind of things. It's just that YouTube looks for the agreement, and then inside that agreement it says to just distribute a strike to that video or that channel that maybe used that video. So that's something that was done straight away, which was a bit of a shame, but like I said, all sorted out now, which is great. But thank you for that, Mike, that donation. And I just want to mention that a donation did come in at this was on Wednesday, actually Wednesday morning, that I just wanted to draw your attention to, because this would have been at the end and a few hours after the live stream on Tuesday, and it was a donation that came in from Jennifer, and Jennifer from Smoking Poodle Antiques and Collectibles, who donated £17.46, and that was at the end of, or a few hours after the live stream last time on Tuesday. So thank you, Jennifer, for that. And let me get the PayPal donations window up on screen as well. There it is. Let me put the donations tab up there as well, so you guys get a lay of the land with the percentages. 35 to 45% goes to YouTube through the super chat donations, and 3 to 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal donations. But thank you, Steve, for this £5 donation. And the message is, let me just scroll down, and for some reason I can't really make that out properly, so hopefully this is gonna there we go, that's a little bit better. Thank you, Steve, for this. And the message is, you said Don Everly was a great rhythm guitarist. How does the skill of the rhythm guitarist affect your playing as the lead guitarist? So thank you for that, Steve. And this is one of those things that I do refer to with, for example, AC/DC and Malcolm Young and Angus Young, and having Malcolm Young on rhythm guitar supplying that underlayer for the lead guitar to be over the top of. But this just goes for the whole band as well. I mentioned actually in my last video about the drummer being that foundation with the bassist like a pyramid that everything is then placed on top of. And when I was mentioning that about Charlie Watts and his drumming being so consistent and being that foundation of the band, everything then is laid on top of that. So it means that when you're playing lead guitar, you've got the rhythm guitar underneath that, and that's a really important layer because it's going to back up that lead guitar underneath. If there's somebody playing rhythm, for example, you might have a rhythm guitarist who is playing a riff in the background underneath a lead guitar solo, and if that riff isn't played in a tight manner and is a little bit too loose, then it can make your accents that you might be throwing in with your lead guitar sound like they're slightly off or in the wrong place. So it is really important to have a solid rhythm guitarist in the band, and playing rhythm guitar isn't the same as playing lead guitar. It is an art in itself to be a great rhythm guitarist, and this is why when you've got a great band, I mean, often the lead vocalist, the lead guitarist will get the limelight because they are at the front of the stage and they are effectively playing a lead instrument. So it's taking the lead and you notice it ahead of everything else. But sometimes it's great to listen out for the rhythm work going on in the background behind a lead guitar solo, so that you get an appreciation of how tight that rhythm guitarist is, because in all the top bands, rhythm guitar is such an important part of it, and all the top bands have a fantastic rhythm guitar player, and sometimes that rhythm guitarist is the same player who's doing the lead guitar as well when you're talking about a three-piece setup, for example. So listen out for, especially if you do have a four-piece and there is a designated rhythm guitarist, listen out for that because it is really important. So thank you, Steve, for that. And also, when we're talking about Don Everly and the Everly brothers, having that consistency with their playing, especially if both of them are playing, it means that they've got to lock in with their guitars as well as their voices. So they've got to be in exactly the same place rhythmically when they're just accompanying themselves, because that is something that they used to do as well. I know that they did have a band behind them in the video that I did, but they had that ability to accompany themselves just on the guitar, and sometimes on two guitars playing with each other. So having the ability to do that live and sing to the level that they did that has all got to be second nature on those guitars. So they definitely had rehearsed a hell of a lot and had been playing guitar for years and years, probably from a very young age, in order to make it so subconscious that they could focus on their voices and their harmonies and getting that absolutely nailed as well. So thank you for that, Steve. And just scrolling up, because Deborah has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Deborah. And the message is, remembering our lovely fellow winger Laurie Kane up to heaven on the wings of an angel Pegasus. So thank you for that, Deborah. And this was something that I did notice. I might just leave that message up on screen so you guys can read it. That was something that I did notice going through the live chat room, is that sadly Laurie Kane, who was part of the Wings of Pegasus supporters group as well over on Facebook, has sadly passed away. So I'm sure that we're all sending our wishes to her friends and family, and also just wishing her a safe passage all the way up to wherever she is going up there. And maybe she's still tuning in on that other plane. So thoughts and prayers are with the family and loved ones of Laurie, who was just as much a part of the live streams as all of you guys. And everyone is just such a huge part of the community here in the live streams. Also over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. I know you guys do hang out there a lot, and there's such a sense of community that it's, like I said in the last live stream, such a rare thing to have this kind of community with so many people involved. And the fact that we all know each other, and I know all of you guys chat in that live chat room, mostly when I'm just blabbering on about things. I know that you're all just keeping in touch with each other. So it's such a fantastic community, and certainly sad news that Laurie has left us. But like I said, she's probably gone to a better place when you think about all the things going on in the news at the moment that are very depressing. So I'm sure Laurie is tuning in from, they probably don't even have to tune in the other plane where people go to. Obviously we don't know where they go, but I have said in other streams that I think there is something after this, and there's certainly some weird things that people have reported about seeing, and yes, certainly scientifically some things that are very hard to explain. And that's something that I mentioned about that program that I was watching about I think it was something like a Skinwalker Ranch or something over in the USA. I think it was Utah, where there's loads of weird stuff that happens that you can't really explain. So yeah, I think there's something weird that happens after we leave here. But anyway, thank you for that message, Deborah. And yeah, a very sad news about Laurie passing on. But thank you guys for all of your messages in the live chat room, and all of those messages of support for everybody else in the community. And I know that when somebody's down, having a bit of a hard time, that a lot of you guys in that live chat room, you pick each other up, and that's great to see as well. And just while I mentioned about the live chat room, the community, and it being such a great place, I have to say about the moderators in there that do such a great job as well during these live streams. So thank you guys so much, and you guys will know who they are. We have Carla in there, and Neil and Laurie moderating in that live chat room. So thank you guys for doing such a great job in the live streams. But thank you, Deborah, for that donation as well. And Marilyn has donated £13 and 17 pence. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, I wish I could give you all the money in the world, but I'll give you this small amount from the bottom of my heart. Take care. So thank you for that, Marilyn. And yes, I don't know what I'd do with all the money in the world. If I did have all the money in the world, I'd probably just get rid of all the money in the world and invent something else, because yeah, money seems to be probably the root of greed, and everyone seems to be wanting to make more money and even more money, when there are other people in the world that could certainly do with more money, or just any money, or maybe money spent on getting them water or food or access to water and food. I think that probably should be the focus of the world, to make sure that everyone's okay. And then once everyone's okay, then some people can maybe start to make more money than others, because it's okay. That money couldn't be used on other things that are maybe more worthwhile. But anyway, yes, so if I had all the money in the world, there'd probably be no more money in the world. I'd invent something that's just more efficient and less to do with how much of this entity you've got, depending on how good your life is. I think everybody, as soon as you make enough money to live and you've got enough food and water and you can get a roof over your head, then all the other luxury things I'm not really into. And sometimes you see these shows where you get people who are spending like £1 million or £2 million or dollars on a watch, and they don't even have it on their wrist. They put it in their cabinet next to their other £1 million watch or their other £2 million earrings or whatever. And yeah, that's something that I don't really understand, that you've got something sitting in a box, whereas what could you have done with that 2 million that might have helped a community somewhere, or even homeless people? Imagine what that could do for like building a shelter or something. So yeah, anyway, let's not get started on all of that stuff. But Marilyn, thank you for that donation. And thank you as well to Joan, who has donated £25, very kind donation. And the message is, got my Wings of Pegasus posters this week. Love them. Also, congratulations on 186,000 subscribers. You rock, with some rock horns. So thank you for that, Joan. That is the first reported poster that we've had so far, so thank you for that, Joan. We haven't had a picture of one, to my knowledge, uploaded yet to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, so I'll keep an eye out for that to see if we get any posters, because yeah, we've had the first report there from Joan, but no picture yet, so we will see. But thank you, Joan, for letting us know. And Karen has donated £3.48. Thank you for that, Karen. And the message is, hi Phil, I'm sorry to hear there's not much sunshine in jolly old England. If it helps, I hope you saw the picture I created of you and Chipper on the Wings of Pegasus supporters page. Besides, you bring the sunshine to all of us here. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that, Karen. And I'm just going to scroll down, because the picture of myself and Chipper, I didn't see that on the Facebook page. Unfortunately, at the moment, I'm just jumping from emails to messages, and I haven't got time to spend too much time on the Wings of Pegasus supporters page. But I do try and just jump over there occasionally to take a look at what you guys are up to over there. But I will have a look at that while we're watching maybe the cover video. So we'll jump into that soon. Let's see what the percentage is. Parisian Walkways has taken over Hero. This is bad news for Orlando. So there's only 2% in it. So maybe people might want to vote for Hero just to help Orlando out. But at the moment, it's going to be Parisian Walkways that we're going to be looking at. And I'll leave a little bit more time before we have a look at the cover video for tonight. But it's almost 20 to midnight here in the UK. So we will be looking at to whichever wins that poll very soon. But thank you for that, Karen. I'll take a look at that. Maybe while the video's playing, I just realised that if I try and load up something while I'm live streaming, because it has to load it from the internet, it means that the live stream then starts to go all slow and bitty, and you know, where you get the pixelating, and sometimes the circle of death comes up. So I might not be able to look at that actually, because yeah, I can't start loading up anything. I've got so much going on with these live streams on the screen that if I try and load up anything, then it just makes my computer go into meltdown. So I might not be able to see that, but I will have a look at it after the live stream, just to make sure that I have seen that. But thank you for that, Karen. And Paul has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Paul. And the message is, Al Clemenson was the only guitarist in the sensational Alex Harvey band. So he played both rhythm and lead when he did his solos. Hugh McKenna supported the song on keyboard. You can explore all this when you do your analysis video. Hint, hint, with a smiley face. So thank you for that, Paul. And yes, this is it. It's another art form of blending rhythm and lead guitar together, and that's something that is very difficult to do, but some players can do it. Jimi Hendrix was one of those who could do that as well and had that thumb over the top of the guitar, and that's certainly something that I'm a big fan of, being able to blend rhythm and lead, because you can fill out the sound so much more. But thank you, Paul, for that, and the hints as well for that future analysis video. And Kevin has donated £1 as well. Thank you for that, Kevin. And the message is, feel free to pick me for the pick tonight so someone else can win. Laugh out loud, with half a rock horn. So thank you for that, Kevin. So there we go. We've got tonight's top pick, or tip-top pick for tonight's pick roulette. We're going to be saying that it's Kevin, so that means that Kevin, commiserations that you haven't won, even though it's going to be happening later, because I've never picked anybody that's going to win, but Kevin did pick himself for that, so thank you for that. And Patricia has donated £3 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, happy Saturday. Talked to a musician friend today whose parents rag on his single status. Do your family ever pester you or hint they'd like you to marry and give them grandchildren, or did your sister's kids relieve that pressure for you? My mum and granny used to drive me insane. I had kids late in my 40s, but seems most of musicians I know prefer the single / no kids life. So thank you for that. A long message from Patricia. And this is something that I think, as a musician or somebody who wanted to do music full time, I think that having a girlfriend or a wife is a rare thing. If you're already a musician and you're making a full-time income, then it's a lot easier because you've already got your full-time income and it's what you do on a daily basis. Whereas if you're like me, when I was an independent artist and I was teaching during the day, so it meant that I'd spend my hours during the day earning money to then spend on the equipment that I needed to then record my own music and record my album and do my own production, all that kind of stuff. So it meant that the hours that I would spend working, like to make money, like teaching, then when I got home from teaching, I then got into my music. Whereas normally, if you are already a professional musician, the time you're spending during the day, when you then go home, that home time is now free for your wife and kids or whatever you have. Whereas for me, my free time was my independent music work time. And that's pretty much what I've been doing since the age of 19. And it's still what I'm doing now. Pretty much, I've just converted from teaching during the day to now answering messages and making videos, doing research and setting up things for the future with Under the Spotlight, that series that I do on the channel, emailing guitarists. So I'm just constantly doing things, and I think pretty much, especially when you are just in a room, it's not really conducive to meeting people. I think you have to go out and socialize and, go on a date and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas I'm pretty much in front of the computer answering messages all the time. But I don't think it's something that has been a focus, because it's not something that my family have said, oh, when are you going to get a girlfriend? When are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? I think they're just rather that I was happy with what I was doing, and I know that they have seen, obviously, my journey from the age of 19. They've known that I've wanted to be a musician for so many years, and I've worked kind of every day to that end. And then finally, when I've managed to get to a point where I am making money from my music and selling albums, then I think they're just happy that I've got to that point, and they understand that, to have a girlfriend and say, by the way, you're my girlfriend, but I'm not going to spend any time with you, that isn't a very good deal for the girlfriend. So it's just something that's not conducive to meeting, going on dates and all that kind of stuff. So certainly from my parents, there's no pressure to get married or have kids. And my nephews, I don't think that it really makes any difference, but my sister is definitely different to me in that she's just always had a kind of 9-to-5 job and has never kind of chased something outside of her work. She's now gone to university and, like I said, getting a degree in psychology and child psychology. So she's spent a lot of time working at school and going to university. So working then in the future in order to teach and do that child psychology, all that kind of stuff. I'm not an expert in child psychology. I did do sports psychology at university, so I did find and do find psychology very interesting, especially when you apply it to music and the way that people learn to play an instrument, and when people feel pressure playing in front of a lot of people. All of that kind of psychology I do find interesting, so I know a little bit about that, having performed on stage a lot myself. But yeah, she was totally different in terms of she always had to have a boyfriend, and that was very much a focus in her life. She was very rarely a single person, so yeah, it made sense that she was going to get married and have kids, because that was certainly just a big part of her life, whereas that was a big part of her life and music was the big part of my life. So where she would work 9 to 5 and then go out on a date or something, or already have a boyfriend, so go and do something, go to the cinema, all that kind of stuff, or socialize with her friends, I would, do my teaching and then come home and practice playing the guitar or practice production, trying to learn about how to do things. I used to buy books on production, so I try and read those to try and get as good as I could to make my product, my album, sound as good as I could make it sound. But yeah, so anyway, long answer to that. Apologies, everybody, for that long answer. But thank you, Patricia, for that question. And Totoro Porco Richard has donated £2. Thank you for that. And the message is, the spirit of this community begins with you and your good nature. It draws out the same from the community. So thank you for the kind words there, Richard. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is to do with you guys in that community, because I'm not really in the live chat room. I'm just, sitting here blabbering on during the live streams and just making videos that you guys are asking for. So thank you for all of your input on the channel, because without all of your requests and all of your interaction during these live streams, then obviously it's not really a community without you guys. So thank you, Richard, and all of you in that live chat room and over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group on Facebook, and just all of the interaction on YouTube. But thank you for that. And Lewis has donated £5.48 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is, good to know you have downtime to watch some TV. So thank you for that donation. This is it, that I do get a little bit of downtime. Sometimes I just have things on in the background. For example, today when I was doing emails and answering emails, I was watching, well, I say watching, but in the background I had the movie Thunderball. And this is a James Bond movie with Sean Connery from back in the day. And this is something I've mentioned on live streams before. On ITV1 that we have here, they sometimes show on a Saturday afternoon a James Bond film. And they're generally the old ones, which are a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but they're the kind of movies that you don't really need to concentrate on to follow what's going on. So I quite like having them on in the background. So that's what I was semi-watching today out of the corner of my eye. So thank you for that, Lois. And also the donations in the Super Chat window as well. I'm just going to scroll down because I think I've missed a few of these. And it was Carla who has donated $1.99. Thank you for that, Carla. The message is, goal, likes, goal, hit. So we are at 322 likes already. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up, and you can keep on doing that, by the way, if you want to. We were aiming for 285, but we've hit that target, and it's almost 10 to midnight already. I don't know where the time goes. It is like the Bermuda Triangle doing these live streams. The time just disappears. But we will continue forward with the live stream. Don't type anything yet in that live chat room. You have to wait till after tonight's pick roulette, the one that Kevin is not going to win because I'm going to be picking him as my top tip. So anyway, thank you for that, Carla. Orlando has donated $2. Thank you for that $2 donation, and the message is rest in peace, Laurie Kane, with a heart. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Jimmy has donated $4.99 as well. Thank you for that, Jimmy. And Francis has donated $5. Thank you for this, Francis. The message is I got my poster yesterday too. Congrats on 186,000 subscribers. So thank you for that, Francis. And we have another poster out there. I'm going to keep my eyes open for the first uploaded picture of a Wings of Pegasus poster. So thank you, Amy, as well, who has donated $9.99. So let's jump into tonight's requested cover, and it's bad news for Orlando tonight, because it looks like it's going to be Parisian Walkways, and I'm just going to click to see what the final result is. It is still loading. It still says 53%. Let me click on end poll. I don't think we're going to get 3% in the time that it takes to finish this poll to make it official. We will see. But anyway, thank you guys for voting for tonight's cover video. It was between Hero and Parisian Walkways, and it looks like it is Parisian Walkways. Hero got 46% of the vote, and there were 252 votes. So thank you guys for voting in the poll. I think that's a highest vote ever in the cover video poll. So we will take a look at Parisian Walkways, and there is something about Parisian Walkways that I mentioned before. I'm not sure whether it causes a block or not, or maybe just a copyright claim, because YouTube thinks that it is the Gary Moore version, the live version of Parisian Walkways, whereas it's not. It's me playing it, but I take that as a huge compliment that YouTube registers it as the official Gary Moore live version. But here it is anyway. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys after. Rock! And there we have it. That was my cover of Parisian Walkways. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and thank you for voting that. For voting for that in the poll earlier on tonight, and we'll have to see what happens on Tuesday. By the way, I live stream on Tuesday nights as well. If this is your first live stream, just say hello, introduce yourself into that live chat room. That's what we've all done here, including myself. When I say hi, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus. I used to stream to nobody, and gradually a few people joined in, and now we've got a really amazing, if that's even possible, community in the live chat room. So thank you everyone for voting for that cover tonight. We'll see what happens on Tuesday, where we live stream same time, 12 midnight Greenwich Mean Time. We'll see if we can have Hero on Tuesday night, because I think it's going to be requested again over on Patreon. We will see. At some point we will get there. So let's move forward with the live stream, and we're going to have the pictures next, and then we're going to jump into the pick roulette for tonight. And because we've hit the target for our lights goal, it means that we'll then be taking the entries for next week's pick roulette as well. But let me just mention that Mary has donated £1.86. Thank you for that, Mary. And let me get that up on screen so you guys can see it as well. And the message is: Scrooge donates £186 in honour of your 186,000 subscribers. So thank you for that, Mary. That is very much appreciated. And we are going to be moving forward now into the pictures. Like I said, we haven't had any pictures of the posters, even though I know they are out there now. Maybe on Tuesday we'll be taking a look at that. If any of you guys who do have posters can upload them to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, that would be great. And then we can have a look at them on Tuesday, if you can join me on Tuesday night as well. So let's jump into the pictures for tonight. And first of all, I need to find the pictures first, because they're always in a different place. But let me see. Yes, okay, we are ready, and it is Suzanne who's going to be up on screen first with her bleached Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. So thank you for purchasing this, Suzanne, directly from Carla. And this is a different option. If you want to get a Wings of Pegasus bleached t-shirt, then you can, from Carla. And Carla's email address is many moons ago in 1965 at yahoo.com. It is in my memory banks there somewhere, but thank you, Suzanne, for uploading that. And here we have Marge, who has uploaded a picture of the Wings of Pegasus signed pick. So that is from winning the pick roulette. We've also got a couple of other picks that are just the standard Wings of Pegasus picks, which you can get at wingsofpegasus.com. And we have the Spike the Lights mug as well, and quite well camouflaged in there actually, we have the Wings of Pegasus pick tin. So thank you for uploading that as well, Marge. And by the way, guys, if you want to get your hands on any of the other merchandise, such as necklaces or just picks and just other stuff, I know that there's earrings as well. You can head over to wingsofpegasus.com, and there it is, just in case you want the address, wingsofpegasus.com and /merch if you want to go straight to the merch section of the site. But let me get rid of that, because I believe we have one more picture to go, and this one's a little bit of fun, because last time on the live stream I mentioned, or at least it was brought up, about having a pig roulette. And this is Bev who has stuck this together, and it is a Wings of Pegasus, because last time I did say Pegasus rather than Pegasus, because there was I can't remember what the word was that was after Pegasus that had an I in it, and my brain just very conveniently substituted the letters for me. So there it is, Wings of Pegasus pig roulette with a flying pig in the middle. And I'm not sure what I don't know what you'd win for a Wings of Pegasus a pig roulette other than a pig. But yeah, I think pigs take quite a lot of care, so you can't just send those out to anybody. But anyway, thank you, Bev, for that drawing and giving us a pig roulette image for tonight. And let me get rid of everything, because we're just about to jump into the pick roulette for tonight. So good luck, everybody. I'll see you all in a second. And already, commiserations to Kevin. But I'll see you guys after this. Rock. So here we have it, the Wings of Pegasus pick roulette wheel. And if you haven't seen one of these before, we shuffle the names 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we are totally randomized. And I'm just going to see, and there's lots and lots and lots of names on the wheel tonight. I'm trying to see if I can make out Kevin anywhere. I can't see his name, but he's my top tip for tonight. Still searching, I can't see it. Maybe you guys can see Kevin's name. I haven't been able to spot it so far, but let's give the wheel a spin and see who is going to win. And I'm just trying to see down the list where about Kevin's name would be. It's been totally randomized now, so I can't find it anyway, but let's have a little look. And it's starting to slow down. And we've got Rob going through there. Lisa. Oh, that's the closest we've ever been to a t-shirt so far. But it's kept on going. Will it be Bora or just me? It might be just me. And it is just me who has won the pick for tonight. So congratulations. And this could well be Mary, and I do lose track of Mary's usernames because Mary was me too, and then me, or just it was something me, and then now just me. So this might be Mary, whose usernames I have lost track of, because usually when it includes a me, that is Mary. So if it isn't Mary, then it's just me. So if you can let yourself be known in the live chat room, that would be much appreciated. But for some reason, I feel like this might be Mary who has won. And if you can let me know, maybe in that live chat room, that would be good, because I suspect that it is Mary who has that username. But anyway, thank you everyone for entering the pick roulette tonight, and commiserations to everybody else who didn't win, and to Kevin, and that was Kevin's fault for just getting himself picked as the top pick. So, and we can see just me going through, and I can see that it is Mary from the profile picture as well. So congratulations to Mary for winning the pick tonight, and she is in the live chat room, so that is excellent. Again, commiserations to everybody else who didn't win on the pick roulette tonight. So this means that it is now safe for you guys to not only enter for next week's pick roulette, it's okay for you now to type I agree in the live chat room. So let me just try and get everything up on screen, because I double clicked on a window and it minimized everything on my screen. I'd like to know what I did in order to get that to happen, but let me remove the wheel and then the background, and I should be back on screen now. So we will see what happens. Hopefully I am back up on screen, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to type into the live chat room. I don't know why my live chat room has stopped moving. That might be something to do with I just clicked. So I'm going to type it into this other live chat room that is moving. So, oh, and now it's loaded. It just, maybe, I don't know if that happened to you guys. Did it? I don't know whether it froze for about 20 seconds or something. But anyway, so to get your names on next week's pick roulette wheel, then you have to type I agree. And I'm going to type it here at Carla, and then Carla Murray's name appears. Click on that. And then type in I agree with lots of exclamation marks if you want to. And I think you guys will get the hang of it. If you look into the live chat room now, you'll see loads of people typing I agree and tagging Carla by typing the @ symbol and then Carla Murray after that. So that's how you get your names on, or your name on next week's pick roulette wheel. So do that now. And make sure that you don't put lots of emoticons, because that is automatically not shown by YouTube. Sometimes it flags those and blocks those, so try not to put in too many emoticons, which are the little pictures, because yeah, they will get blocked. So don't do that. Just type at Carla Murray and then I agree, and you'll be on that wheel next week. Also, as Carla's going through that, only post it once, because if you post it twice, then you won't get on that wheel. It's just once per person that you need to type Carla Murray. Type her at Carla Murray and then I agree. Because if you do multiple posts, Carla goes through the live chat room after the live stream and makes a note of all of the names. So we want to make it as easy as possible for Carla to do that. So if you can, just type it once. And this is why we leave it till the end of the live stream, so that it's a little bit easier just to have it in one block section. So what I might do is leave a little bit more time before the end of the live stream, so you guys have a chance to type I agree, and for all of those to come through. I'm just going to scroll up in that PayPal window, because Mario has donated £150. Thank you so much for that, Mario. Another very kind donation. And the message is, hi Phil, hi Wingers, congrats on 186,000 subscribers, and great news about Studio Hamburg on deleting the strike against you. Cheers, Mario, with a smiley face. So thank you for that. And even when I'm reading out 186,000 subscribers, it just sounds absolutely insane as a number, but it is amazing. So thank you everyone for subscribing. And Beth has donated £13.94 as well. Thank you for that, Beth. And the message is, hey Phil and everyone, got company but wanted to say hello. Hope everyone had a great week. Spike the likes, rock. So thank you for that, Beth. And thank you for tuning in. Just to tune in for a little bit of time, even though you've got company, so thank you for that. And just scrolling up as well, because Mary has donated £2. Thank you for that. And the message is, yes, that was just me. Woohoo. So thank you for that, Mary. And I did have a sneaking suspicion that it was indeed Mary. So congratulations. And it's great as well that we have lots of different winners. That, like I have mentioned, there have been a few winners who've won it twice, which is just crazy in terms of the luck in order for that to happen. But it's great that Mary has one tonight, and that signed pick will be on its way to you. Let me grab the one that is right here so that you can see the Wings of Pegasus. By the way, if you haven't seen it before, there it is, the signed pick from Wings of Pegasus themselves, himself, whatever you want to explain it as. That's another thing. I just reminded myself, I was updating my website, and in order to see the updates that I'd made on the website, I was just updating the bio, because there was another quote that I wanted to put in there. And when I was updating it, I then have to look at the website as if I'm looking at it from somebody who doesn't own the website. Because when I'm editing it, obviously I'm looking at the website with all of the editing tools, and I can't see what it looks like when people log in or log onto the website. So anyway, I typed into Google Wings of Pegasus, because then wingsofpegasus.com comes up, so I could click on the link. But then I saw that people were asking questions about Phil. One was, who is Phil Henley? And then obviously Google just answers it as me, the musician, as I am listed on Google, Wings of Pegasus. And then another one was, are Wings of Pegasus a band? And that was answered again by Google, mentioning about being from London and being a band and having, being a hard rock band and all that kind of stuff. And I think Wings of Pegasus now has developed into my musical project, whatever I'm doing at that time. And it just really falls under that heading of Wings of Pegasus, even though I do have my own album. And if I was ever playing live, say for example over in the USA, I would have a band. I would have session musicians, which I've had before, but also bandmates that I used to play with when we'd play in London. So yes, it is a band when we play live, but then when it's me getting everything up on the internet and pretty much me doing everything by myself, so anything that's other than live, I can do it myself. So that's why it's just me on the internet, just pushing forward and working at my own speed, which I like to do rather than being held back by anybody else's schedule. It means that I can just push forward with everything. And as I do everything anyway, with the music and with the playing, And with analysis videos, then yeah, Wings of Pegasus pretty much covers all of that, and you can find it all here. So that was another question. There was another one, and this was interesting because it said, who is British guitarist? And the answer to that was, a British guitarist is a guitarist who plays in Britain. So, or is British. So that is a great answer. So I think they were trying to ask, because a lot of the videos are titled British Guitarist Analyzes, they wanted to know who I was. But yeah, so anyway, it's interesting to find that obviously with the amount of subscribers and over 50 million views now, people are typing things into Google to try and find out about the channel or about me. So that was interesting to type in. But anyway, thank you, Mary, for that donation. It just reminded me of that. And just scrolling up because Sue has donated £20 as well. Thank you for that, Sue. And that is a straight up donation. So thank you, Orlando as well, who has donated 70 pence. And the message is, thank you to all who voted for the Hero Chad Kroger cover. Better luck next time. I will be absent next Tuesday's live stream. Still, request whatever song you like, Hero or not. Thanks again, with some rock horns, with rock before that. So thank you for that, Orlando. So it seems like on Tuesday, maybe we won't have Hero if Orlando can't make it to the live stream, or maybe we will, and maybe we'll have a couple of Heroes back to back on the live streams. Who knows? But anyway, we are now at 11 minutes past 1 here in the UK, so we're going to be calling things to a close pretty soon. If you're watching this now, you can still hit a thumbs up. If you haven't used your thumbs up token so far, that would be much appreciated. It helps the channel to grow and for the live streams to get out there, as well as the analysis videos and all the other content on the channel. But if you're watching this in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up button as well, because that really does help. Just likes and comments really do help the channel to grow. So thank you guys for doing that. Let's have a little jump over to Patreon and see. I think we've got time for one more video. We'll squeeze it in right before the end of the live stream. We'll see what has been requested. And we have Karen, who asked for or Phil Toon. We also had Percy Johnson, was requested by Marilyn, and that's Metal from Maria, Art Nor Commerce, which we played earlier. Constantia and Deborah requested a couple of covers there. You Give Love a Bad Name and You Know My Name. But we've had the cover for tonight. And Hero, so we've had a lot of requests for Hero as the cover. And Orlando has said thank you to said people requesting that. So thank you guys for requesting it. But let's have a little look down. I think maybe we'll go for Percy Johnson because Lynn has requested that one as well. We haven't heard from Percy in a while. So Selena requested Percy Johnson. We'll have a little look at that, I think. So here we go. And let me just find it on the screen before we jump into it. Thank you guys for requesting this, and I found it, so we'll jump into this, and this is really the last opportunity to type I agree. Tag Carla Murray in the live chat room, type I agree to get your name on the pick roulette wheel for next Saturday's pick roulette. So do that while this song plays. This is my song called Percy Johnson, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you guys after. Rock!
Beyond London Bridge
And there we have it. That was my song called Percy Johnson. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And you can pick up my album called Persistence over at wingsofpegasus.com/music. And if you want to get involved on Patreon and in the live streams, you can see their names on the bottom of the screen. If you want to get involved over there, head over to patreon.com/wingsofpegasus. Thank you guys for all of your support over on Patreon. My patrons really are the foundation of everything that I do, and if I was relating it to that pyramid, my patrons are that bottom layer, which just gives me that foundation to do what I do here on a daily basis. So thank you guys so much for your support, and if you do want to get involved yourselves, head over to patreon.com/wingsofpegasus. So we're going to be calling things to a close now. Just before we do, I can see that we've got a little bit of action in that PayPal donations window, and it is Mark who has donated £13.94. Thank you for that, Mark, and the message is: cheers, Phil, Mark and Margot, Los Angeles. So thank you for that, guys, for that donation and for tuning in all the way from Los Angeles. And I'm just going to scroll up because Melinda has donated £63. Thank you so much for that, Melinda. A very kind donation. And the message is: hi, Phil and fellow wingers. Today is my birthday, and in honour of my birthday, I am donating 63 Great British pounds. Thanks for all that you do and having a wonderful educational channel. So thank you for that, Melinda. And right at the end of the live stream, let's just say a big happy birthday to Melinda in that live chat room. And I hope you had a fantastic day and that you have a fantastic night tonight. Melinda, thank you for that very kind donation. And we have had just a few final super chat donations, and Jan has donated 50 Norwegian kroner, so thank you for that. It's a straight up donation. Paul has donated $5. Thank you for that, Paul. And the message is: thanks to the moderators and the job they do. Amen to that. Thank you, moderators, for doing another stellar job in the live stream tonight. And Frank has donated $5 as well, so thank you for that, Frank. It is a straight up donation. So we are going to be calling things to a close now, and I hope you have enjoyed this live stream. I've enjoyed having your company for this hour and 20 minutes as it has been now. I'm going to be live streaming again on Tuesday night, so make sure you join me then for another pick roulette. If you want to double your chances, make sure that you tune in on Tuesdays as well, because we have a pick roulette then if we do hit the likes goal for Tuesdays. So I will see you then. There'll be another analysis video coming your way tomorrow night, so I'll see you guys in the comments section of that video. Everybody stay as safe as possible, follow your government's guidelines with COVID and all of that, getting your vaccines, wearing your masks, all of that kind of stuff. And thank you for your company tonight, all of your support, and for subscribing to the channel, for liking the videos, for commenting on the videos as well. As you'll notice, I do go through the whole comment section of every single video, reading the comments that you guys do leave there, and I mark them with a thumbs up and the little heart symbol just to show you where I have got to in reading the comments. So if there are any that don't have that on, it means that I haven't seen that comment yet, but I do make sure that I get through all of them. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the next analysis video, or I'll see you live if you can't make tomorrow's analysis video. I'll see you live on Tuesday nights, and hopefully see you then in a live setting. But I will definitely be there tomorrow night in the comment section as well as always. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!